Well friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Toppers World. My name is Praveen Kumar and today I'm going to talk with you about IELTS speaking. IELTS speaking is one of the easiest and very important module. Even a person who can communicate with normal English or average English can be able to get 7.5 band easily. However, when the student appears in exam, he has a lot of nervousness and could not be able to control himself or herself at the time of IELTS speaking. Lack of motivation, nervousness, lack of confidence, and talking to a stranger. These all problems create a big havoc for him. And the result is that ultimately he is not able to get the desired band. This video is about most common problems that students do in IELTS speaking exam time. Why I am saying so? Because I have conducted many mock tests in my institute, and what I have observed that the students who are able to speak very well in English otherwise, when I tell them that today is your mock test, today your test, and they get nervous. The name of the word test is something very poisonous for them. Their performance goes down. So solution is that you should speak with different people in English, not only with your tutor or a teacher. You talk to your different friends. You go to the different institutions like banks, like hotels or restaurants, and talk to speak as much as in English as you can. Because when the English becomes your habit of speaking, then you will get natural confidence. Otherwise, when you speak only English at the speaking time, only like in IELTS speaking for 10-15 minutes, that will not give you actual expertise. Your efficiency level will not go down, will not go up, sorry. And the second thing is that I have noticed most of the students not able to communicate well in past tense. Was, were, they get, they keep using is, am, they keep using present tense at that time. When the examiner asks you that what places you liked very much when you went to Chandigarh, or what experiences you had when you were in your primary school, or who was your favorite teacher during your primary school time, all these questions are in the past. And even the very good English speaker students are not able to communicate well in past tense. In the past, you need to use past indefinite. You need to use past continuous. When any action keep on continuing in the past time, then past continuous you have to use. When any action took place in the past and ended in the past, then past perfect. And for non-action sentences, you need to use simple was, were. And in case of modals, like you need to use could, you need to use might, you need to use used to. I used to sit with Rahim when I was in 10th class. I used to play cricket during my senior secondary time. So used to, would, could, you should be able to use properly them. Another thing that I have seen that students are not able to focus on the examiner. They look left, right, up, down, and sometimes they keep their, most of the time, the eyeballs down like this, and they talk to examiner. This is not a right way. Examiner will not be able to enjoy your talk. Sometimes students try to use those words that they have learned recently, and they don't know exactly where they have to use these words. So that is a big problem, because examiner is smart enough that he will understand that this word you are trying to use to make good impression on the examiner. There are other ways to make good impression, but using very hard words or hard phrases, proverbs that you are not comfortable with, and you don't know which exactly the use of that particular set of words. So do not use those words that you are not much familiar with. Like if I say that, I met a person who was totally nincompoop. Okay, you don't know the meaning of this word. Nincompoop means stupid, who do stupid things. Actually, this person is intelligent enough, but he does stupid things occasionally. So the usage is very, very rare. This is an old English word which is not commonly used in these days. So try to impressing examiner who is very smart, intelligent, who has a lot of experience of taking speaking tests. You cannot make him get involved in your talks by such kind of lucrative words. Another thing that you need to focus, like your I already told that your body language. Have a eye contact, okay, then smile on your face to reflect your confidence level. Your confidence level matters a lot, and at the time of your interview time, even very expert English user also get nervous. Even I get nervous when I used to make my videos earlier in the beginning, and at that time I was not confident enough to face camera, and a lot of mistakes were made by me. If I nowadays when I watch my old videos, and then I just repent on myself that what kind of content I was speaking at that time. So naturality comes when you have a smile on your face, and when you speak from your heart, reality. Like if examiner asks you that what are your hobbies, so most of the students, what they say, my hobby is listening music, reading books. Reading books is a very hard kind of very superior kind of hobby. If one who is reading books, it means that he has a vast knowledge, his confidence level, his body language, face expressions, and everything should be par excellence. So students do not read books, but they claim that at that time that I love to read books. When an examiner asks that what books have you read recently, tell me a name of any book that you read recently, then you are not able to say anything. And sometimes students say I read book of English grammar. No, my dear, English grammar is a rule of grammar. Nobody like to read English grammar. You should speak about some novels, you should speak about some philosophical books, religious books, motivational books. Okay, so English grammar or talking about your school books, that is not going to make a good impression on the examiner. You should actually read books. If you do not read books, then don't say that I am interested in reading books. Instead, you should talk about those things that you are really interested in. For example, if you are interested in gardening, then speak about gardening. If you are interested in kite flying, if you are interested in watching YouTube videos, Facebook, then say these things. Because when you talk real things, automatically natural sentences come out of you. Then try to learn some English proverbs, phrases, and learn them by heart. Know them, their proper usage. Have facial expressions, emotions and feelings on your face while talking. When you're talking about any sad incident, then you should have expressions like sad expression on your face. When you're talking about any surprising thing, then your eyeball should be big enough, and you talk about you should have a surprising, fascinating expression on your face. Then last thing I want to say, that speak as much as in English as you. Daily record your videos on mobile phone, listen them, watch them, and try to find out them what mistakes you make. One last thing that I want to tell, that natural pauses are very important, very, very important. And most of the students feel that if they will speak fluently, very fast, they will have good impression. But it's not actually like this. Natural pauses are very important, very essential, because you will get the response of the examiner. He is interested in listening, you or not. If you just keep on one-siding, vomiting your ideas, that will not make any good impression. Suppose the examiner asks you that what was your favorite game during your childhood time when you used to study in 5th class. Okay, so for this answer you need to recall, you remember something, remind something. So you should say like, I do not exactly remember, but in those days the cricket was very popular and I used to play cricket with my friends, which was my favorite game in those days. Or if examiner asks you that what food you liked very much during childhood days, what dresses you like to wear during childhood days. So do not immediately answer or spontaneously answer, because that will show that you have crammed information. You should take pause, have some expressions, feelings with that. Oh yes, I clearly remember in my childhood days, I love to wear shorts and t-shirts in summers, and in winter I used to wear jackets, pullovers, handmade pullovers. That were my favorite. Even I am wearing handmade full pullover at this time also. Okay, and so these are all the tips that I have in my mind nowadays. I will come back with more tips in upcoming days, and I hope that you will be able to perform well in your IELTS speaking test. Thank you for watching this video.